And today I'm with Warren Pate of Pate Peterson PLLC, law firm that works primarily with patents. And so I have a few questions for Warren and look forward to getting his insights on these topics. So the first one has to do with inventors who often, I think, work with you, Warren. Mm-hmm. The question is that I think you receive often is, can I patent my invention? Give us some feedback there.
Sure. So that's the question that we get a lot. Oftentimes there's a certain excitement when somebody kind of has an idea or a new vision of how a particular problem can be solved. They're excited about that. They've heard of patents. I think in general our society is very pro-patent. We like inventors. Mm-hmm. That's a positive thing. And so people are often very motivated to look and get something patented. So they go, well, can I patent this?
Yes.
And so oftentimes the first thing when somebody asks me that question is I kind of rephrase it. And the reason I do that is because fundamentally a patent does not create value, it protects value. And so what that means is that if you want to use a patent and have it be an effective thing, you have to build a business. Mm-hmm. And then the patent can help protect that business success. But if you just get a patent without ever building the business, what are you protecting? There's nothing to protect. So when somebody asks me, can I patent it? What I try to do is reframe it and say, do you want to be in this business? And if they do, and they are interested in building a business, then the patent can make sense. And then we start looking at what steps make sense to kind of start moving in that direction. In general, it makes sense to kind of keep those expenditures low at first as you're testing out new concepts on the business side.
So a patent fits somewhere in the process, but looking at the patent as the be-all, end-all, this now is created a business, we get the cart ahead of the horse.
Yes. Yep. And the idea, I think we sometimes think, well, if I get it patented, I've kind of made it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the government stamp of approval.
Yes.
That I have a legitimate idea. I'm a legitimate entrepreneur. I'll be successful. And so what I say is, no, let's back that down. Even if you get it patented, if you haven't built a successful business, what is the patent protecting? So you have to build that business, and then if you build a successful business, yes, absolutely, those patents come into play and can be very important, mm-hmm. depending on what you're trying to do in your overall strategy. Mm-hmm. But you have to build that successful business first. And so everything that I do as I counsel clients is looking at the business. Does it make sense for the business? Mm-hmm. And is it moving the business where it needs to be, rather than just, can I get a patent?
Very good.
And so it's a different mindset. It's really becoming more. It's more consulting. It's more talking business stuff and making the patent system work for the business owner, rather than the other way around, where it's like making the patent or making the business owner contort to fit the patent system, which is serving which, and the different emphasis can make a big difference in the outcome.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think for us philosophically, as we look at strategic planning, we have an intuitive sense that a patent could be very important. But what I'm hearing again is it's a piece of the process. It isn't that if I've got a patent, now I'm in business, now I've made it, and the government's protected me. And as we've talked sometimes a little bit about the idea of a value proposition with a customer, a patent could be part of that, certainly, but often the value proposition will have nothing to do with protecting intellectual property per se through a patent or otherwise. Is that correct?
That's right. There's lots of different ways that market success could be generated. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, if it is a product or in a particular thing that is easily copied in the marketplace, patents play a very important role.
Sure.
If it's more of a service-oriented business, their success may be on their culture and how they interact with their customers and the experience that they create. Mm-hmm. In that case, patents are going to not play a big role or at all in that. And so different industries.
And it could be a mix of the two as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Warren. Again, we appreciate the opportunity to work with Warren and other experts on areas that, while we know a lot about what we know, there's things we don't know. And especially in the legal realm, it's important that we understand a lot of these things. And so I think there's several nuggets in today's interview that will be worthwhile to those who view it. And again, we would ask you to subscribe to CEO Builder channel and to give us your comments. You may have some questions for Warren, and I think he'd be willing to field those.
We'll try to.
So thank you for your time today, and Warren, thank you.
My pleasure.